epic failure. It would help. There we go. My microphone and my, whatchamacallit, my webcam were off. Whatever. Let's get right into it. We're already 25-30 seconds in. Time is ticking. And the people, they're not patient. So what are we going to do? We're probably going to do some, probably some 20-man. I'm tempted to try Ground War. Hey, 2K boy. Tempted to try some Ground War because there is a new map in Ground War, even though you can't pick your map. I'm curious to see if I'm going to get the new map. Plain and simple. Divorce District. Yeah, that's the same one. Now, would it be bad of me to keep backing out, going back in, backing out until I get the new map? Yeah. I probably won't do that. We'll just see what happens. So, do you think, 2K boy, that you might like the game Death Stranding, or does it look boring as shit for you? It's okay to trash something you don't like. I'm not sensitive. People always get so defensive when you're like, that game looks like it sucks shit. If it sucks shit, you say it. It sucks shit. And it's bullshit that you can't make fun of a game that you haven't played yet. If you've watched footage and you know everything you need to know about a game, and it just doesn't look like you're a pile of poo, why not say and call it how it is from your own perspective, right? Exactly. You're damn right it looks boring. You know what I mean? Like, I really like the game, but come on now, let's call a spade a spade. It's not an exhilarating game. It ain't no Call of Duty. Not that my gameplay is exciting, but I'm having fun. I'll stay behind this guy. That way, if he gets shot first, I'll be safe. While it's a lot of money to try the game, I mean, $80, I technically got it free, because if you look behind me, I've got the Call of Duty, I've got the Death Stranding edition. Yes, I pre-ordered it. That definitely looks like a game that's worthy. It absolutely looks good. Semi-open world. Why am I going up here? Okay, let's do... Okay, that's blue. I thought I was going to blow myself up. I completely got distracted. I have a shotgun and a bloody assault rifle. Who the hell am I shooting? Why am I keep climbing up the... Why am I up here? What am I doing? But yeah, so that's part of the reason I didn't mind getting Death Stranding. I wanted the sick-looking controller. And I wanted to get something that looked different, and I had a day one edition of the PlayStation 4 Pro. Let's just jump out. And mine was really loud to the point where if there was a moment that I'd actually shut up and not talk, you could hear it sounded like a jet engine. And it was like, to the point where it was almost like ruining immersion for my streamers. Because I'm just so big time, you know? All those people that come in complaining of the jet engine sound of my PS4 Pro. No, but for real, it was bothering me. So I decided to get a new one. And as you know, bundles, consoles usually come with a game, right? So I figured I might as well get Death Stranding, because no offense, I can't see myself dropping $80 on it. Is that like Sorry, I'm getting distracted here by not doing a lot in the game. I'm just flapping my gums here. Is the Astro Control... Oh. Someone's got me in their sights. You see how my screen went yellow? Around the edges? It means someone's got me in their sights. Sorry, is the Astro controller sort of like the Xbox Elite controller, but for PS4, obviously? Like it's their answer to it? Oh, someone died. Someone kicked the bucket. Oh, there's 2 people here, but upstairs. Okay. Oh. Oh. I would have been dead if that was an enemy. Yeah, I'm just gonna run even if I get killed. No one wants to just see me running around doing nothing. You want it? There you go. Not too bad, you. I'll just call you Erlath because I think that's easier to pronounce than the first name. Let me scroll this down here so I can see the chat properly. Yeah, but you can change the buttons around. Look into it. Will do, thanks. Yeah, because, yeah, I might be getting a, I'm capturing something apparently. Holy cow, okay. There you go! And there I go. That's how it usually works. I get distracted, I get killed a lot. Yeah, I am. I was supposed to have the whole day uninterrupted, and I was gonna do like a whole day live streaming of Star Wars. But unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a regular day where I get shot in the head like that. That's okay though. No, I'm gonna stick to the FAL. I'm gonna stick to my guns here. Anyhow, I'm probably gonna record a lot of footage, but there might not be any commentary. Like, that's such a bad thing, eh? And, no webcam, just gameplay. Until the usual hour around this time where, holy shit. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. There's actually a good chance I could be live streaming or recording tomorrow, starting at around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. That would be like 9 a.m. your time, I believe. Oh. Peekaboo. Oh, I went to switch to the shotgun because I was trying to show off and I was going to be like, in your face. Yeah, well, you can clearly see that backfire. What the hell just happened there? Oh, I spawned on top of the tank. Well, geez, that didn't go well. Oh yeah, by the way, Ground War, absolute worst game mode for me. In terms of trying to convince people that I don't suck at the game. Absolutely atrocious. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to switch game modes after. Because this is really brutal. I enjoy the mode a lot. Like, a lot. I love Ground War. Big, massive map. But there is a massive performance difference between how well or shitty I do compared to regular smaller maps. I just don't do well in the big... Oh, that's my guy. Damn it, that would have been funny. I could have taken out his kneecaps. Well, I do have a marksman rifle. Hey! Ah. Yeah, this is absolutely atrocious. But that's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna get killed again. We could see that yellow again. Jesus. It's a slaughter fest. Is there anywhere? No! I knew it. As soon as I went in the bus, I actually saw the reflection of a scope. It's the same guy that just killed me a second ago. I don't even want to know if I even got a kill so far. And I hate this map. Well, I shouldn't say I hate it. Oh. Well, there was a guy right here. Oh. Oh my god. I shouldn't have switched to my shotgun. I tagged him, but I didn't kill him. I have played Battlefield. I do have Battlefield 5. You might not believe me, but I'm actually better at that game than this game. I tend to get more kills in Battlefield, but I don't really care about that. Generally, over the years, I tend to like Battlefield more for the online. Oh my god, I shot him! But I didn't finish him. Yeah, I kinda, sorta do. Like, for many years. Actually, for the most part. Yeah, I do. I deleted, or hit a lot of them. I have over 530 purchases, but I only have about 350 showing. Because I deleted a lot of them. Like, a lot of, like, little indie games and stuff like that. Yeah, there's someone that can see me. Someone's watching me. When you see the screen flash yellow, that's what that means. Come on. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Telling you. I might be slow to warm up, boy, but I'll get a 3 kill in fucking 3 seconds. I will fuck your shit. Actually, that's kind of disgusting. Come on. Come on. Ah! Whatever. Yeah, so, like I was saying until I got distracted. You see those 3 kills? That's pretty sweet, eh? Too bad it took me almost 15 minutes to get a kill. Over the years, I'm generally a Battlefield person for online gaming. And Call of Duty when I want to play offline against bots and feel like a badass, because I actually do pretty good against bots. Even on, like, normal or veteran mode, I actually do pretty good. Call of Duty, I generally didn't like for many years. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't like it. It wasn't my preferred cup of tea. Because I found it was too quick-paced, like this. As you can see, I've died like 50,000 times and got 3 kills in like 5 or 10 minutes. It's too fast-paced, it's too tactical. I like more strategic combat, which is what I feel Battlefield brings to the table. And that's more my cup of tea. But in... someone was watching. But in recent memory, Call of Duty have gotten bigger maps. Like Ground War, for example. So I'm almost... Oh, I got him! Point blank, bitch. What I'm saying is Call of Duty's come a long way in making a better variety of maps. Not just small, claustrophobic maps. Ah, see, I looked at you and then bang, headshot. Whatever. I probably would have died anyways. What am I even at? Or do I even want to know? Let's have a good laugh. Oh, I got 5 kills. Okay. People need to remember one thing. There was a time and day... Okay, let's try that again. There was a time and day where I would play Call of Duty. I'm not kidding. And I would get 0 kills for like 2-3 maps. I would play for about a half hour, 40 minutes, and I'd get a kill. I'm 12 minutes in and I've gotten 5 kills. So if you think I suck now, you haven't seen how much harder I sucked before. Now I don't suck as hard. I've learned to ease back a little bit on the sucking. So I'm slowly turning that around. Oh, for a second there I was like, oh, not gonna get me. I should not have done this map. And what's hard too, not to make excuses, but it's true. Is when you talk during a game like this, where hearing footsteps are very important, and I've showcased that in some of my streams. Oh man. Oh. It makes a huge difference. Yeah, see the yellow? I thought those guys had my back, but I guess they got their asses kicked. Oh my god, you don't want to see me play PUBG. I can't play that shit. Fuck no. You think I suck at this game? PUBG, I'm usually the first guy gone. What the hell fun is that? At least in this game I can come back. What the hell? I play Fortnite sometimes, but I play that weird mode that you can spawn back. You know that PUBG, Fortnite mode? It's like an all-out thing. It's like 50 on... It's like a 50 on 50. That game mode I like because it allows me to play, to die, and keep coming back, and keep coming back. Yeah. What the hell just happened? Yeah, that's right. Deathmatch. Yeah, deathmatch. I think that's what it's called in PUBG. That one I'll play. Because you'll actually see me kill people. Might be hard to believe, but... Enemy UAV overhead. I knew he was coming. Had to be silent.
Captured Bravo. Get it together. This ain't over yet.
I'm just... I was shooting, but I was stunned. Yeah, and he got me. I got 6 kills, whatever. Actually, the top guy only has 9 kills. Actually, our team's... Oh my god, look at the other team. 30, 27, 23, 18, 27, 23, 17, 19, 20. The shittiest player has like 17 kills. Our best guy only has 13. Plus, I'm not helping. But that's okay. I am having fun, but I'll admit ground mode for live streaming, terrible idea. Map's a little too big. Good. Glad that's over.
Fall back, soldier. Fight another day.
Yeah, I like the variety between domination, where you have like the 3 capture points, because you know where people are gonna go. Obviously, right? Like where you're gonna find people. I kind of like team deathmatch as well. Don't look at that. Don't look at how many times I died. That's pretty awful. But I'm not the guy at the bottom. And I like team deathmatch because it's that mystery. Where are they? Because the only objective is just kill. You know what I mean? Like there's no specific location people can be at. I'm going to go ahead and play around with the weapon upgrades for a second. Oh, not really. Not in that match. I've done... Actually, I am safe to say that I've done pretty amazing at this game a couple of times, but that usually happens when I'm not streaming and babbling 20,000 miles an hour. Hey, Anonymous. Anonymous Pac-Man. Okay, so apparently I did something here. What happened? At level 29, the Specialist mode becomes available. When activated, you can have up to 6 perks in your loadout. You earn an extra perk every 2 kills. After 8 kills, you earn the Specialist bonus. Kill streaks are disabled. Well, might as well. I'm alright. My birthday's tomorrow, and I got Star Wars coming out, so I'm pretty excited about that. Let me reread that again, sorry. I'm not dumb, but I'm super ADHD and I gotta, like, read things a few times so it sticks. So I'm 29, I can do specialist mode. Okay? And when activated, you can have up to 6 perks in your loadout. You earn an extra perk every 2 kills. After the 8 kills, you earn a specialist bonus. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not sure what that means. So up to, so how many perks do you start off with then? Well, me, it's because I'm looking too much into it. It's telling me earn up to 6 perks. Okay. But you earn an extra perk every 2 kills. So does that mean I start off with 0 perks, 2 perks, 1 perk? It's not telling me how many perks I'm starting off with. Well, let's try it and see what happens. Worst case scenario, I turn it off. Simple as that. Oh, there! Oh, yeah, I don't like that. No, I don't like specialist mode. Specialist mode is good if you're just that, a specialist. That means, you know, like when my screen flashes yellow, letting me know that someone's watching me? I won't get that unless I've gotten 2 kills. I'd rather just have the 3 perks at all times. There's no way I'm gonna get that many kills. Ah, great. How do I get rid of that now? Ah. Now I'm stressed out because I don't know how to get rid of that mode. Son of a... Is it under... Oh my god, I don't know how to get rid of that stupid thing. Does anybody in here know? I don't know how to get rid of that mode. Is it under kill streaks? No. Field upgrades? No. I don't know what these blueprint things are, to be honest with you. I have no idea what this means. I'm not looking for blueprints, though. I am looking for a way to get rid of the thing I just did. Okay, bear with me. I have to look. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get rid of... What mode did I just pick? Oh my god. This is why I don't... Sure, if you don't mind. Specialist mode. How to turn off special... Let me try and figure it out. But yeah, if you don't mind looking it up really quick, that would be cool. Okay, first of all, let's back out completely. Let's go into multiplayer. If I go into a game... Yeah, we'll do that. How would I do that? It's not under loadouts. See, like for perks, I have the ability to get sick. Oh, there, deactivate specialist. You know, right there at the right. There we go. Boom, boom. Just like that. The click of a button. Just like that. Ding, 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 ding. That's simple. Okay, you learn something new every day. See, this is actually the epitome of an example as to why I don't like live streaming. Because then I start to panic. People are watching. They're like, blah, 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 blah. Is this guy just going to look at the fucking menu all day long? Or is he going to actually get into the action? So, yeah. And we are going to get into the action. I'm just going to look at my FAL. My shotgun. I think I earned another... Yes, that's right. I got the laser. I got a new optic that I want to check out and see if it's any good. Just because why not? So that's done. And then when it comes to the customization, we only have that. That's the FAL. Yeah. And then there's this one. Because I may go to using my my M4A1. Because I do better with the M4A1. Customize. Yeah, it does have it. Okay. Primary weapon. Yes. Okay, I think we're good. We've got 3 there. 3 there. Perfect. And we'll do some team deathmatch. Perfect. Okay, finally. Right. Yeah, so it was the square. Sorry, I gotta open the window. It's actually kind of mild up here in Canada today. I know most people are good with Fahrenheit, like most people are familiar with Fahrenheit, but it's only like -5 Celsius, but there's no wind, and we all know what the wind can do, and when there is no wind, how that can be a lot more enjoyable. So I went for a walk in the snow, but it was just nice to get that fresh air. Care package. Yeah, so we'll do a little team deathmatch. Yeah, I think it's only the Americans that like miles per hour and Fahrenheit. Everybody else in the world understands Celsius and kilometers per hour. Yeah, pretty much everyone does. I always make this joke with Americans, but sometimes they get butthurt. I always say you guys are technologically one of the most advanced nations in the world, but when it comes to keeping up with the times in terms of giving your people free, affordable healthcare or using the metric system, you're like in the Stone Age when it comes to that shit. But everything else, though, you're like light years ahead, so it's a joke. We're allowed to take jabs at each other. I'm French, for Christ's sakes, and I even make fun of myself. Maybe that explains why I talk so much. If I was English, I'd barely be talking. So it's the French in me that, you know, gives me all this energy. Yeah, I'm all about free speech. You say something stupid, just expect to get repercussions, that's all. I do a lot of battling on Twitter with people on various subjects I might not discuss here, but I sometimes have people go, why are you talking to that person if you don't believe in what they stand for? Just to keep it neutral, not to get into the exact topic of conversation that I discuss on there. And I'm like, it's simple. I don't agree with what they're saying or doing, but how am I expected to be listened to and be taken seriously if I'm not even willing to give that person a moment to have his piece, to share what he feels, even if I think it's absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous? Right? If I'm willing to let him talk and not interrupt him, maybe, just maybe, that person could be like, you know what, fine, I'll listen to this this bald prick say his piece, because he actually let me talk for a minute. You know what I mean? That's what I'm about. Just because I let you speak doesn't mean I agree with what you're saying. Ah, I hit him, but I died. This map I'm known to actually do decently on, but I'm not going to do well on this one. Because, sorry, I had to get quiet there. Because I want to use the shotgun. I really want to level up the shotgun a bit. I've got the other one leveled up to 7.25. It got nerfed a good couple of times there. Ah. I just want to get it up a few more levels. Anyhow, I'd like to think what I said made some sense a minute ago there. Come on. Oh, someone kicked the bucket there. It's too quiet.
Enemy care package inbound.
Okay, there's no one there. Jesus. There, headshot. See? When I use something other than the shotgun, I can get some kills. It's just... I can't level up my shotgun if I shoot people with another weapon.
Enemy at the compound.
This is dangerous right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get killed using the shotgun.
Allied cluster strike inbound. Danger close. Precision airstrike. Friendly UAV on station.
Ah. I hate those riot shields. I don't really know how to deal with them. Oh, that's a cool scope pass.
Reloading. Stand by.
Enemy shield turret online.
I've stood up here before and gotten quite a few kills, but I'm not overly concerned with leveling. See, there's that stupid riot shield. It's like, how do you even... I mean, obviously, other than shooting them from behind, right? Or throwing a grenade at them, but we saw how well that worked out the last time. Oh, Switzerland, that's right. Switzerland's nice. Alright, let me get down from here. There's not enough going on.
Enemy at the bus.
Because I'm not playing a competition, I shouldn't worry too much about dying a bit more often and trying to get more into the action than being so overly obsessed with trying to get the most kills and the least amount of deaths. I'd rather get twice as many kills if it means I'll die twice as much as well in return, right? To try to make it a little bit more exciting. But once in a while I do like to perch around and... Oh, that didn't go well. Oh. Shield again.
Friendly UAV on station.
There, I got him. Well, I got an assist. Did I just stun myself? I wouldn't be surprised. That's usually something I do. Oh, someone can see me. I'm panicking. Who can see me? Who's watching? Bang. Yeah. 34 minutes and it's through. Man, time really does fly.
Friendly UAV on station.
I may have time for another match or so. It's hard to say.
Enemy near Main Street.
Yeah, once I get my shotgun up and I've got more attachments unlocked for more than just one shotgun, I'll be able to calm down a bit more and use my other assault rifles. See, I shot him. I hit him twice, but I didn't finish him off. See, and I hit him again. And again. You could see the little
Enemy at the bus.
Enemy cluster strike
X
incoming.
thing, or whatever you want to call it. Come on, peek around the corner. Oh. I see where you're going. I want to make sure I don't
Enemy at the
fall.
compound.
See, and I hit him again, but there's no death. This is the FAL. It's got the highest range and damage of any assault rifle. There we go. Jesus. How many frickin' bullets does it take? Alright, let's get down. I'll take some damage, but... oh, maybe not. Yeah, I'm trying to, like...
UAV on station.
There we go. There we go. Huh? How do you like me now? That's what happens when I get right into the action. I fucking tear it up.
Radar online.
See, I won us that match. No, I'm just kidding.
Good hunting, demon dog.
Okay, we won't look
That's
at
a
that.
win.
We won't look at that. Who's talking? Thought I muted all of you. 3 kills, 3 assists. Again. Again. I'm about 1 for 1 for kills and deaths. That used to not be the case before. Oh, nice. I got a new barrel for the FAL. Let's quickly do that. Yeah, the FAL I'm not the best with at all. Barrel. Aim down. Oh, you lose a bit of range. Aim down. You get more aim down sight speed. You get better mobility, but you lose range. Well, I don't want that. Why would I want to lose range on a marksman rifle? And it ends up being like the same range as a bloody M4A1. The hell's the point of that? Yeah, see? Because that's an assault rifle. Now watch this. I don't know if it'll take the perks into account. But if I compare it to a marksman rifle, like the M2 carbine that I like, look at that. Look at the range difference. And that's a marksman rifle. I lose range on a marksman rifle with an assault rifle. But it's got a little bit better damage, a smidget better mobility, and accuracy. So that's just kind of funny how that works out. Yeah. So, obviously if I went sniper rifle, the range is a lot better. But, anyhow. Never mind that. LMGs can be pretty powerful too, but they apparently, from what I hear, they're not the first weapon of choice you want to go for. Anyways. I'm just trying to think of what I want to use next round. What do I want to do? 25. Let's try something here. Reticle. Oh boy, I'm far from that. What's the next one? Optics. Oh, level 27 is when I get the next one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I really like assault rifle because I can get some people at good range. I feel like I don't need an actual marksman weapon. But the FAL, I don't know, it is pretty cool. Because, again, if I compare it to the FAL. Yeah, see the FAL? Compared to the M4A1, it's got better range, better damage, better accuracy. Like, it's got better everything. But it's also not fully automatic either. It's semi-automatic. And sometimes it makes you wonder if a quick burst of 3 or 4 bullets with less damage is better, right, than just me firing off a couple of shots. So that's where the trade-off comes in, because most people don't use the FAL. I just like it, like I said, because I do like to kind of semi-snipe, like medium snipe, if you want to, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I got, just real quick before I get into the action here. The thing I really like about this camo, the dragon, I got it for hitting level 20, 30, something, whatever. There doesn't seem to be any reactive camos like in Black Ops 4, like some really outrageous animated camos, which I'm really into that stuff. But as you can tell here, the skins, they're really not overly flashy compared to Black Ops 4. That's about as flashy as I've seen, that pink there. So in terms of like standing out, that's it. And I have to admit, I like things that look like plasma swirling around. Like, it doesn't look realistic, but it's a bloody video game, right? That's part of the fantasy that I like. So it's like, if you don't like it, then don't equip it. People were like, oh my god, don't put animated reactive camos, as the word goes, in Modern Warfare. You're going to ruin the immersion. Well, then don't put it on your gun. And if someone has it that you don't like, kill them. I don't know, I'm just saying. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's do... I really do like Domination 20, but... Hardpoint is interesting because it's like Domination, but it's only one spot that you capture, and then it keeps like moving around. So it's kind of like really dynamic in that aspect. You know that there's going to be a clusterfuck of people in that location. So I might do a hard point. I'm just trying to think of what weapon I want to use before I go in. Do I want to use my M4A1? Do I want to level up my FAL a bit? I mean, it is a good weapon. See, this one's level 25. This is only 13. The MK2, I'm kind of like not digging as much as I thought I would. But you see what it's saying there? Just real quick. I know this isn't the most interesting to watch the menu here. What it says about the MK2 carbine. It's a highly accurate lever action rifle, and it will neutralize an enemy with one well-placed round to the head or chest. So that's pretty interesting. Whereas if we go to the assault rifle, the FAL, it just says semi-automatic battle rifle with a high rate of fire for faster follow-up shots. That's it. But if I'm equipped on the MK2 and I go to the assault rifle, apparently the FAL does slightly less. Yeah. Anyhow. I know I'm overthinking it. I just want to make sure that... let me equip this. Nothing there. Let's give him the laser. Let's give him the optic. Actually, I don't need that optic. That one was just fine. Let's give him the grip. Customize. Like that, like that. No muzzle, the laser, the optic. We've got the grip. That's everything. And when it comes to this weapon... this one would give us better range. Interesting. Optic, perk, sleight of hand training, in reloading faster when under pressure. Okay, that's good. Okay, we're good. I'm going to do some MK2. On hard point. There we go. That only took me, what, 20 minutes to figure out what to do? And you're starting to see now what I'm talking about having like OCD and ADHD and just being all over the place and making a big deal out of everything. This is why I actually do not stream. Why I don't always feel comfortable doing it. Moments like what we just had now. Because a lot of top streamers that do really good, they don't start diddle-daddling looking at their weapon attachments for 5 or 10 minutes. They're like chop, 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 headshot after headshot. Because that's what people are coming to watch, right? They're not coming to watch some dude just going, yep, 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 yep. Should I use this scope today or should I use this paint job? Oh, I don't know about the dark green. I think I'm going to go for the light blue. It accentuates my skin tone better. Like, for real. That's what I do. Like, for real. There's no other way of sugarcoating it. That's what I do. And I cannot change that.
Hard point. Track down the hard points and control them.
Enemy at the cave entrance.
Reloading.
Control the hard point. We control the hard
I'm gonna
point.
kill this.
I in control. Taking fire. Friendly UAV online.
Oh, that's my guy.
Enemy's got the hard point. I'm taking fire.
Enemy at the bell.
Boom! You're gone, bitch!
Enemy care package inbound. Location under our control. Hardpoint contested. Enemy's got the hardpoint.
Who's looking at me?
Lost.
See, now we're talking. The pink wig. What the fuck was that? Oh, I threw the grenade at him. Ah, but I didn't kill him.
Control the hardpoint.
Yeah, the other thing I don't like about the MK2 is you have to like keep like reloading it. Like it's not like if you miss your shot, you're gonna be doing a lot of reloading. Whereas like with a fully automatic assault rifle, you can just like keep spraying and praying, as the expression goes. Like I can't see. Oh, right in the bloody head.
Friendly Wilson rolling in. Control the hardpoint. I see movement.
Oh, I shot him though, but
Enemy personal radar in the air.
yeah, I'm not good with that. Like, you get what I'm saying with this MK2? Like, see, watch, you shoot. Like, you have to keep reloading after every single shot. It's there's a bit of downtime.
Enemy personal radar in
But
the
if
air.
you can place one shot in the chest or the head, like it says, it's a one-shot kill. See? That didn't work out for me. I probably would have had a better chance of killing him in that exact scenario if I had an assault rifle.
Under our control.
Got a reload.
Control the hardpoint.
Enemy at the destroyed building.
We control the hardpoint.
I don't even know where that guy came from. Oh, okay.
Enemy.
See, if you don't...
Location under our control.
There we go, I knew you were there, you son of a bitch, and then I went down. But I knew he was there, so I knew I was gonna at least get the kill. But that I was gonna probably die right after. Yeah.
Get to the next one.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Personal radar in the air.
Piorum. Oh, I didn't even notice you're the one that sent Pink Wig. I was like, that reminds me of my friend, but I was like, wait a second. Because I'm like, going like this.
Enemy's taking the hardpoint.
It's meant to be a trade-off smaller, but with less ammo, with less killing. Oh, you're talking about the MK2 versus the FAL assault rifle, which has a little bit less damage, but I can just keep pulling the trigger, whereas this one, it's a shot, reload constantly. It's meant to be a true marksman rifle in that if you're good at getting that one shot to the chest or the head, your guy is gone. There's no surviving.
Precision airstrike on the way.
Yeah, my friend Piorum here, we go back, way back. We used to play online shooters like Battlefield way back in 2004, 2005 online on computer. And we used to terrorize people. I would snipe snipers with a G3 assault rifle in Battlefield 2. It was absolutely beautiful. And Battlefield 1942, yeah. Oh.
Enemy at the center.
Friendly care package on the way.
It would help if... Where are we going? Oh, defend.
Enemy care package inbound.
You don't want to rush too much.
Enemy took the hard point. We control the hard point.
You would be surprised how many kills I've gotten in this game from actually listening to footsteps.
Allied missile on the way.
Ah, you son of a...
Go.
Ah, he's dead. I got the assist. Ah.
Enemy missile incoming. Enemy's got the hard point. Ready precision airstrike on the
I got shot in the
Ready
back.
UAV online. Enemy's halfway there. Enemy personal radar in the air.
If I ever get rich on YouTube, I'm gonna have to buy Pure a console so we can play Call of Duty.
We've taken the hard point.
Or even Battlefield. There, see? Oh, one shot to the chest. Yeah, like, well, because I've got the, like, as you can probably tell, I'm wearing earbuds. And sometimes you could just, like, if you look at my... Ah, I got caught from up there. You'll notice that your team, you can see the blue triangles, right? To make a long story short. So, like, let's say I'm right here. Let me go hide somewhere for a second. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna hide here for a second. See how there's like no blue? Well, you can't actually see. No, you can't because my pumpkin head's in the way. Anyways, your mini radar map, you'll see like the blue triangles. Those are like your people. And obviously, if you see no blue arrows on your mini map, but you hear someone walking, it's the enemy. And then if you're quiet, you can hear where they're coming from, like the left and right. And then there's a lot of times where I'll be like, I bet you are right there. Bang! And then I like get them. So it's pretty cool.
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Okay, let's try to get into the action here.
Less than a minute. I'm losing our window. Time to move. Lost. Ready UAV online.
Oh my god, there we go. What was that? Oh well. Do players call in artillery? I'm having a hard time answer that. It's not so much like artillery. I don't know what the proper terminology would be, but in Call of Duty, it's known for what's called kill streaks. So for instance, if I get 3 kills without getting killed, I can call in a chopper. You can see it at the bottom right. If I get 5 kills, I can call in a precision strike. I'll have goggles with a laser, I can pull the trigger and I can call in an airstrike. If I get like 8 or 9 kills, I can call in a helicopter and it'll just... Oh, it did get him.
Location under our control. Enemy's got the hard point. Throwing stun!
Yeah, I'm stunned. And I got shot. Yeah, so I don't know how that worked in Battlefield because it's been so long since we played. It used to be you would have a commander, and they could call in airstrikes and stuff like that. There, I got a kill. I got a headshot. So that was pretty cool. One shot. And I think only the commander in Battlefield was able to call in airstrikes, if I'm not mistaken. So in this game, it's like just a completely different approach. It's what's called the Call of Duty approach. You get rewarded based on how many kill streaks you can get in a row without getting killed. So you could get 1,000 kills, but if you keep dying in between, you're not going to get those airstrikes or... Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And then I was more aggressive running and gunning, and I did enjoy sniping a lot, but I really like the assault rifle. This is a bit of a not as pleasant of a map. Oh, there, I got the assist, but yeah, see, like that right there. That helicopter, and it just like zones in on you and it shoots you. It shoots everybody in the area.
The hard point is ours.
So there's some strategy, but not as much as... There we go. I got him. Took a couple of shots because it was not a well-placed shot or round to the chest. Oh, the shotgun I knew was going to get him in one hit. And I got another one, and then I got killed. But yeah, this is by far my favorite Call of Duty in recent memory. Like, I can't remember the last time I had this much fun in a Call of Duty. And another one. I'm on a roll. Kinda. We lost, but I don't care. I'm at the bottom of the list, but I don't care. I'm having fun. It's been almost an hour. Yeah, I'll probably do one more match, and then I'll probably have to head out. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, this game, that's exactly it, and what you taught me years ago. That was the best way of explaining it, wasn't it? What's the difference between tactical and strategy? And I think Piorum was like, well, think of it this way. Tactical, there's no thinking. You just pull the trigger and you get shit done. Strategy allows you time to think, assess the situation. Where should we go? Should we send a couple of guys over here, then some over there? You try doing that in Call of Duty on a small map, you think, you blink, you die. So, and that's what I like about the extreme between the two. If you want tactical shooting, play Call of Duty. You want strategy, you play Battlefield. Except now, this game, depending on the map you play or the game type, you can get that strategy feeling, which is really nice. Were you in here earlier, Piorum, when I did Ground War? It's like a big, massive map with some objectives. It's some of the bigger ended maps that Call of Duty have added. Oh, okay. Let's see here. What was I doing? Oh yeah, my MK2 did level up. Yeah, so the MK2 is good, but I'll if I were to give... Yeah, it is. If I were to give it a review, it's not good for someone who's not as accurate. The FAL is more noob forgiving. You'll actually get slightly better range, ironically, even though it's not a marksman rifle. It's actually an assault rifle, the FAL. But the trade-off is there's less downtime. You can just keep following up with more shots if you made a mistake or you're not as accurate with your shots. The MK2, like you said, better risk-reward. Become more accurate, and it's a one-shot kill. So it's pretty good for that. But I'm not that good enough to be able to benefit from that. So, yeah, I like the green color. So overall, that's why I have to be biased and say that I don't like the MK2 as much, because I'm not as good with it. What do I keep missing? Oh, if I don't view the new stuff, there we go. It'll keep blinking that I have something new. Whereas the FAL again, it's pretty nice. FAL FN was one of the best guns ever made, most NATO nations. Oh, nice. Yeah, Purim knows a lot about guns, military, history, and all that, whereas I don't know that much. But yeah, the FAL is one of my favorites as well. It's just really nice. And then, of course, the M4A1's pretty decent as well. But yeah, okay, so let's get into a ground war. It's basically there you go. It's almost like a battlefield mode. I call it battlefield mode because it's a large-scale conflict featuring vehicles. You capture and hold objectives to score, just like in Battlefield. And yeah, but there's no planes and helicopters that you can personally drive like Battlefield. That stuff was insane. Like some of the, you know, for the few people that are in here, some of the absolute best times I've ever had in the history of my 40-something years on Earth online was with that guy, Battlefield 2. I just could not get enough of that game. And it's a huge map, you can't, or a huge amount of people that can play. My head's covering it up there, but there's 64 people, so it's 32 on 32. Which for console players, they're like, oh my god, that's a lot. Meanwhile, Piorim and I used to do 64-player Battlefield way back in the early 2000s on computer, right? So yeah, I'll do FAL again. Why not? So as you could see here, big map again. You can go in a tank, capture some objectives, like, you know, you can spawn on your squad mates.
We've taken control.
You've got your tanks. This one allows for more strategy if you look at your map. Whoops. How the hell? There we go. See, like, you could look at your map and go, okay, we're gonna, you know, head to E, whatever. Just because it's bigger and it's not as fast-paced, it allows for a little bit more strategic planning. And I got him. And that thing's gonna get me. Yeah. At least I got a kill in. But yeah, when I do play, I try to be conservative sometimes, in the sense of,
Assist your team at sea.
oh boy.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemies have jumped.
Where I try to get a obviously a higher kill-death ratio. Where I try to get the most kills and obviously the lowest amount of deaths. But sometimes to make it a little bit more exciting, I'll just kind of be a little bit more kamikaze.
Friendly UAV online.
And I'll get more kills, but I'll also get killed a lot more. I think this is the new map, but don't quote me on this. There was a new map in Ground War that was introduced less than a week ago. And... oh. Oh, there he is. I can't... oh, I hit him. I actually did hit him. And I got the assist on the kill. Oh, and there's ATVs. I should have hid behind the rock a little better.
Charlie secure.
Let's spawn.
Friendly IAV dropping in.
Got him. I think that was like a... Was that a double kill? A lot of stuff flashed up there, so I'm not too sure what happened. Oh, that's my guy. I probably shouldn't kill him. That would help. I saw him, but anyways. He got me first, the little bugger. It happens.
Enemy UAV overhead. We pulled ahead.
Oh.
Friendly UAV online.
Ah.
Weapons hot.
Alright, let's spawn on him. Oh.
Allied cruise missile away.
He's gone.
We're taking Delta.
Watch. Ow.
UAV online.
Where did that come from?
Bravo.
Might have been from over there.
We've lost Bravo.
Always got to be careful when you run too, because you're just so vulnerable.
Securing B.
Oh, someone didn't make it. Oh. We caught a sneaky up here in the window.
Enemies at Alpha. Go.
No, that's our guy.
Friendly
Some
UAV
shots
online.
fired from over there.
Assist your team at C. Securing
Someone's got me in their crosshair. Have you been playing any first-person shooter games, or has it been like a really long time since you've played?
Allied cruise missile away. Friendly UAV online. Allied cluster. Friendly precision airstrike.
Oh.
Securing Bravo.
Yeah. This is the most consistent I've been with an online shooter in an incredibly long time. Yeah, this map I'm enjoying a lot, but I generally don't. Well, he's not doing too good.
Allied cruise missile
Or
away.
she. I wonder if the Battlefield 2 servers are still up. I heard that they were just a few years ago. I got the shot on him, but I didn't finish him off. And I shot him too. Damn it! You're done. Oh. Ah, I started to run away, but there's actually an option in Call of Duty to, you can pick up the grenade and throw it back.
Friendly default jet on station.
Yeah, it's probably private servers. Oh, I knew he was there too, because of the scope. And as soon as I peeked around the corner, that was it. Yeah, I really like this map. That's the one thing I hate about the big open maps, though, is I don't do nearly as well on them as other map types.
Enemy cruise missile incoming. Keep fighting.
Oh, tomorrow. I don't know if you were in here earlier when I mentioned it. There's a new Star Wars game, Jedi Fallen Order, coming out that I pre-ordered that I'll be playing tomorrow.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I knew they were there. Ah, I just screwed that one up. And it looks really well done.
Enemies at Delta. Go.
I mean, I could be wrong, but seems pretty fun. Semi-open world. I don't know who or what's shooting at me.
Friendly enemy cruise missile incoming.
That weird glitching that you see is not a glitch on in my game.
Enemy UAV overhead.
That's actually... Bye-bye.
Bravo, stand.
Oh! Look at that! He's dead, and his body's stuck against the wall. And it turned pitch black.
Friendly precision airstrike on the way.
Oh my god, I should have known. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's very true. This one's published by EA, but I don't think it's developed by them. So it's different, I believe. I've watched enough footage to feel confident that I think it's gonna be... Oh, come on. Okay, real dope workouts. I couldn't even get into the game. It kept getting stuck on the main menu. I went online and some people had some issues, so I'm returning it, and hopefully my next copy works. Oh, you got the physical version. Yeah, I get digital. Otherwise, I'd have a stack of like 400 DVDs, and I'd have to live on the roof. Oh, someone kicked the bucket. Oh. What do we got? A bullet in the head is what we got. EA Games is ruining Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah, the last couple of games haven't been that great. Oh my god. Yeah. For real. Well, it's easy for me to say, you know, do this, do that, buy the digital, don't buy the physical. But I'm gonna... I don't care if I... Yeah, I keep dying here. I will have to end the stream after this match, but I'll probably be able to talk just for like a quick, brief couple of minutes. Let me start off from here so I have a moment to breathe while I talk. And let me turn down the game because I feel like I'm yelling. Let me briefly explain why you should not buy the physical version of this exact game that we are discussing. If you buy Call of Duty Modern Warfare on disc, it comes with no updates. So if you play from the disc and you don't have an internet connection, you actually can't do anything. You can't even play the campaign story. You can't even play against bots offline. You have to download a 56 gigabyte update in order to be able to access the campaign offline, or any of that properly, or play offline with bots, or anything. So it's like you might as well just buy the digital, since like 80% of the data is going to be a download anyways. You might as well make it a digital copy. That's what I'm saying, right? The disc is basically a dud. There's no point to the disc. I'm not even kidding. And I'm not saying that because I hate discs in general. I'm saying that because this game I made a video and it garnered over like 30,000 views in like a couple of weeks because everybody was like, what the hell? I can't, and I died to flame, whatever. But yeah, it's awful. It's one of the worst games in the world in terms of if you're trying to play off the disc. Because doesn't it feel good when you buy the disc? Like some people, like I got this with my new console that I bought. Good for me, right? I got Death Stranding on a disc. Sometimes it's like, ooh, the shiny disc, and oh, it smells good, and you feel like you got something, right? Then you pop it in, you play it. Most people have the internet, but that's not the point. And then you find out that you can't even do 90% of the stuff. You need to do a big download, and the download's like triple the size of the game. Why even have the disc? I have purchased over 450 games on my PS4 in the last half decade. Could you imagine if I had 450 of these laying around? I'd have to move on the roof, like I said. It'd be absolutely ridiculous.
Friendly IAV dropping in.
I'm not saying discs are useless. They're pretty cool when the game is fairly complete from the get-go, from day one. This game is one of the most incomplete games you'll ever buy on a disc without that day one update, right? So when I bought the game digital and it was available for me to buy from day one, it came out day one on patch 1.03. So it had already gotten 3 updates. And that's why the game is like a big whopping 120 gigs. I hear footsteps, but there's also arrows, so it's a good chance that those are my people. Yeah, those are my guys. Sorry, I can't hear the game as well now because I turned down the... I turned down the game because I felt like I was yelling into the microphone. Yeah, I'm old school. I like having the disc, but if I can't play it, then it's a bit... Exactly. Well, yeah, so... I'm kind of weird, too, like... It's contradicting. I enjoy having things that are physical in my hands. But at the same time, because I have such terrible ADHD...
We've lost Alpha.
And I swap games a lot. Like, I mean a lot. Could you imagine me having to stand up and keep ejecting, ejecting, like 15, 20 times a day? I would burn the piss out of my DVD drive. So another reason I like digital is I can just seamlessly go from one game to the next. There's no wear and tear physically on my console. So that's issue, or bonus number 1 for going digital. Your whole library's there.
Allied cruise missile away.
Oh. He keeps watching. Holy cow. Well, yeah, there's that too. They were Sony repeating. Yeah. Yeah, it is nice to have the disc, but not if most of the content's gonna be crap. See, because we also live in a world now. No, there's no difference in performance. Or at least there shouldn't be, but sometimes there are glitches. But generally speaking, there is no performance issues. Okay, good, it's over. I was kind of getting a bit stressed there because I was getting carried away with talking a lot, not focusing on the game. So that will be the last match. I'll have to go in about 5 minutes there. If not sooner than that. But yeah, so we live, like, let's say we went back to the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 days, or the PS2 days. Yeah, that was terrible. You didn't have a choice but to own the physical copy, because there was no online store. There was no such thing as digital. It didn't exist. Games were also more complete back then, because they didn't have a choice. They couldn't release a game that was incomplete because there was no way to fix the game. Nowadays, people can rush the game out quicker. They can be sloppier, lazier, unthoughtful, whatever word you want to use. Oh, we'll just patch it later. Like, what the hell kind of oversight is that with Battlefield, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare? You can't even play the single-player offline campaign from the disc day one. You have to download a 56 gig online update in order to play the single-player story mode offline. Are you kidding me right now? Absolutely ludicrous, if you ask me. It's unforgiving, and there's no excuse for it whatsoever. It's stupid. But they fixed it. But had this been 15 years ago, they would have had no choice but to cram all that day one. So it's almost like a lot of these games that come out with all these updates, why don't they just wait an extra week, an extra month, put all the crap, get it on the disc, so that it's a complete package. Then throughout the year that you're supporting the game until the next one comes out the next November, then if there's like little glitches and stuff and exploits, you can do hot fixing, right? Consoles are more of a complete PC now with their own hard drives. Yeah. Yeah, I was up late trying to figure out last night. I thought I was doing something wrong. Right, old days consoles were just a video card, a CPU, and a disk drive. Yep. Yeah, and there was like no internet or nothing. PlayStation 3 from a decade ago and Xbox 360 from a decade ago. You could start downloading digital, but the hard drives were still a bit too small. So I still did the discs back then. But again, I had a mountain of discs, right? I also didn't have that much money back then, so I had a lot less games. But now I've been saving up a lot more money, so I've been buying a lot of games, like I said, like an absurd amount. A tablet that displays rough information about nearby enemies. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Cool. I like how they give you that little video preview and it lets you know what it does. That's kind of neat. I can't wait to get the stim pack. Level 47, that's the one where you just heal yourself. You could do that in Black Ops 4, but now you can't do that in this game until you're like level 47. Which can take you a while. I mean, I've been playing quite a bit and I'm only level 30, so. But yeah, I will exit out of this. All profits from YouTube goes into buying new games. You are not. Yeah, non-profit. Pretty much. Though I've been pretty damn lucky the last 3 months. I've made almost $800 in just the last few months alone. And I haven't spent quite that much money on games. But I've deleted a lot though. And since I bought my new machine, I still haven't put all my games away in their proper folders. I mean, this is literally just a small fraction of games that I have. But I put all my open world ones, or adventure, in one. So I got so many games it lags the screen. Then I got my sports ones here. See, there's Star Wars. No, this is from Call of Duty Ghosts. It's about half a decade old. See, then I've got all my open world games. But anyways, imagine if I had a DVD physical copy for all of that. Like, it would just be absolutely ridiculous. And I have more than 350. Like I said, I actually hid some as well. If I go check hidden contents item, look at that. Those are all games that I've deleted. So imagine all that plus this here. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's close to 500. I think it's like 450 or 480. It might be close to 500 purchases. I can't have 500 DVDs sitting on my in my room. It's just way too much. But anyways, really excited for tomorrow. Whoops, where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to organize these games a little bit better. Yeah, this thing. This I'm excited for tomorrow. And there's always some little bastards that get to play the game like 2 or 3 days early. There's already 87 people live streaming the game like right now as we speak. Like those little turds. Just live streaming the game. I just want to take a look at it really quick. and then I'll have to go there.
You can do it, bro.
Hey, don't bro me if you don't know me.
I'm trying.
Anyways, it takes a while to render in. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to try this out tomorrow. Combat is supposed to look pretty decent. Kind of like Dark Souls. You can
Okay, I didn't know you could
customize your lightsaber.
Shit,
Different colors.
that makes a lot of sense now.
But yeah, I don't want to watch too much to give some stuff away, but
Oh my god, do you see how quickly he responded?
oh wow. Got your ass kicked there.
Oh my god, dude.
Well, at least we know the game's not that easy. Anyhow. 8 hours, but I'll be in bed in about 5 hours, and then hopefully I'll wake up at around 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll just, Oh, nice. I started watching my first Star Wars movie ever yesterday. We got the Disney Plus there. I forget what it's called. The one released in 1977 there, Episode 4. The Order? No. I forget what it's called. I'm about halfway through. It's pretty... New Hope? Is it called New Hope? I don't remember it being called New Hope. But yeah, the one from 1977. The very first one made. Not the first in the series, but yeah. You talked to me about that years ago. About why they started off with 4, 5, 6... And then after the first 3 movies, they went back to 1, 2, 3, because it's basically a prequel, and how Darth Vader became Darth Vader. And I was thinking of watching them in the actual chronological order in which the stories go. But then I decided, nah, let me watch them the way they were released. Let me get right into the story. Do 4, 5, 6, like watch them the way they were released. Then you'll have that attachment to all the characters, you'll know all their story, then you get to watch their backstory, and then it might be more interesting, rather than starting off with their backstory. At least that's what I'm thinking, right? So, if I knew you never saw them, I have them on DVD. Oh, yeah, well, I think I mentioned it to you before, I just never got around to it. Because, well, especially now with all the darn games... Yeah, I think Disney kind of, they just own so much. They own Marvel. They own Star Wars. They're like Walmart. They're starting to just take over. And I'm going to sound like a real prick, but they're really putting the kiddie touch on it. Like, not that I need gore and guts and intestines dangling and all over, but... like, the lightsaber is a pretty powerful weapon. Like, I need to explain that to anybody. And when you're battling stormtroopers, you can see the scars from when you finish off a stormtrooper with your lightsaber, but there's no, like, dismemberment. There is on bosses and robots. There's no human dismemberments, only robot dismemberments. And I get it. You don't want to see, like, heads being lopped off all over the place. That's what I'm saying. But it does kind of take away from the feel, the immersion of the lightsaber. It kind of makes it not as powerful. When you kill someone, you slice it right through his chest, and all it does is gives you a burn mark. You get sliced with a lightsaber in the movie, you're going to have a lot more than a 3rd-degree burn on your chest with a little bit of your fabric being burnt away, right? So, what's Mary Sue Trilogy? I'm not too sure what that is. I'm just curious to see if there's anybody else that's playing really quick. I'll just check this guy out for a quick second. Is he still looking at his talent tree? Oh, okay. Oh, Knights of the Old Republic? I think that one actually got good reviews, didn't it? There, this one I don't think has any microphone to it. This is an actual video, I think. Yeah, it's a video. Oh, sweet.
Spielen.
I don't understand German, but
Aber ich glaube, da gewöhnt man sich dran.
it just kind of shows you the gameplay. For the few people that are in here, this is what I'll be playing tomorrow. This exact game right here. Pretty excited. I think it is based on a movie. I think there is a movie coming out, isn't there, soon? Called Jedi Fallen Knight? Fallen Order? Oh, right. Let's get deeper into it. The new Star Wars is called The Rise of Skywalker. Anyways, there's a little bit of like puzzle stuff where you gotta like jump around, and that looks pretty crazy. I don't want to watch too much, but
No joke, die ist richtig schwer. Die ist richtig scheiße.
no, I heard from people that have played the game early that it's well designed. It's good. The combat's not just like mashing the square button, hoping you get a shot in. It's more like Dark Souls like. You have to parry attacks, counter attack properly. Plus, there's different difficulty settings, and the difficulty settings, I think they really did a good job on it for this game, because the more difficult you choose, the more aggressive the enemies get. So it's not just about increasing their health more, right? They hit you harder, but they're also more aggressive. My goodness, there's a lot of cutscenes. I'm trying to get into some... There we go. There, just real quick. Look at this. See, like it's very Dark Souls, like with the targeting, and he's got in one hand, and then they swing it around. Boom. See, finished him off. Sliced him in the gut, but the guy didn't get chopped in half. Not that I need to see that all the time. I'm just saying. See, you can see the burn mark there on the left side of him on the ground.
Nope.
That's the burn mark that they suffer. Remember Forced Unleashed? Oh, okay. How that was supposed... It was decent. Apparently this is a lot better than the Forced Unleashed, but... Again, that's subjective, right? As to what's better.
Ach so, okay.
Anyways, this is, like I said, I'm pretty excited to play this tomorrow. See? He stuck it right through him, and then it went slow-mo. Oh, you can force power. Oh, you can use force powers too. That's cool. Yeah, I think there's 3 different trees. There's like force, then there's survival, and then there's like more lightsaber focused. So that's going to be pretty neat. And then there's like collectibles and stuff, which I'm not really into, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm excited. Like I said, I don't want to watch too much to potentially spoil anything, but yeah, it looks pretty decent. I was confident when I pre-ordered it. I watched quite a bit of footage, made sure it was something I was gonna like. And yeah, I think it's going to be something that'll have a decent story, linear story, but like semi-open world. Nothing like Skyrim or World of Warcraft, but nothing like point A to point B super narrow either. It's like a happy balance of both. So that I'm into. No microtransactions, no multiplayer, just pure single-player goodness is what you're hoping. And I don't remember the last time Star Wars had that. It's all been the Battlefront games, which I didn't mind too much, I'll admit. Funny enough, I actually enjoyed Star Wars Battlefront 1 more than 2. But most people prefer 2 over 1, like almost everybody, but I didn't. And it was decent, but for a third-person action-adventure game. I can't remember the last time there was one for Star Wars. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it either. But anyways, I'll have to go there pretty much now. But, yeah, it's been an hour and a half. Gonna do some cleaning. I'm gonna stretch as well. Oh, I got a new chair. Because that's our thing, Purem and I. We've known each other for like over a decade. Almost 2 decades going on there. And there's been a lot of times where him and I would go walk. We'd go buy a chair, and we didn't have a car or a truck or anything, and we'd roll our chairs from the store. And he has my oh man, the story behind that, unbelievable. But I got a new Staples chair, and it's the one that I'm obviously sitting in now. I paid $150 for it instead of $300 at Staples because they had their big chair event, and it's actually more comfortable than a $450 gaming chair that I bought from Staples. So it just kind of shows you that just because you pay more money and it's all the big YouTubers use it, big flashy red leather chair, it made me feel like my ass cheeks were going to fall off my ass. Not enjoyable at all. I sit in this rinky-dink meshed chair. It's just all mesh. It's like see-through. It looks like if I sat on it, I would break it. It's one of the most comfortable office chairs I've ever had in my entire life. Now, it's nothing compared to my Lazy Boy couch. You can't compare an office chair to a frickin' Lazy Boy chair, but it was taking up too much room. Well, I spent almost 2 hours at Staples. So, yeah, you probably won't be able to actually, why do I even have my headphones in? It's not like anybody else is talking back to me. But if you look, you might not be able to see much. But you could see the chair. It's completely see-through, like it's all mesh. And the seat that you sit on is literally the same material as this. It's like the exact same. It's paper-thin plastic. Looks like it would be an absolute awful chair. But I'm telling you, my 225-pound ass loves this chair. I can sit in this chair pretty much all day, and my butt doesn't get too sore. And it's got good enough give. $150 instead of $300, and I paid $12 to get a 1-year protection plan on it, because it does sound funny to be sitting on something so thin thinking it's going to be comfortable, because when you look at it you're like, there's no way that's comfortable, but it is. And I can turn it, I can swivel, it's just really nice. Oh, thanks, Anonymous. My chair has claw marks in the leather. She is getting old and has to use her claws to get up onto, so I had to put a pillow right. What if we didn't like it? Thanks. What if we didn't like it? Well, yeah, obviously. But you can always return it. Like I returned my other chair, right? The gaming one that I bought. But yeah, this chair I can comfortably say, literally, pun intended, that for $150, you will not get a better chair than this. And the arms, it's just really good. Uh-huh. Oh, you have to put a space to get it. Okay. Anyhow, I could rant on forever, but I won't. I don't know if that chair event is still on, but if you don't like the stream, he'll make sure the next time you play the game. Yeah, exactly. See, people are catching on. I may not have a big following, but the few people that know me, they know. And you know why I do that, right? It's such a corny thing. That little gimmick thing that I do at the end of all my videos. It's because if you think about it, and yes, there are people out there that are much better than I am. They have a much better camera presence and charisma, and they're funnier. There's always someone out there that's better than you, but there's always someone out there that's also more terrible than you are. Everybody always says the same bloody thing. See, that's the kind of friend you want. But it's so true. I find it ridiculous when people go, okay guys, so like make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so anytime I upload a video you'll be sure to, you know, be the first one to watch it. It's like, no. I don't think so, pal. What if I don't like you? What if I don't like you? What if you're a one-hit wonder for me? You had something I wanted to watch for a minute, and that's it. But you know what I mean, though? And I know there's like, who am I with 2,000 subscribers to tell a guy with 50 million subscribers how to do his thing on YouTube? I'm not. But I still think it's such a generic copy and paste that everybody does. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe. No. How about if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Then give the people an actual what if they don't like it? Just give it a thumbs down, but then there's repercussions to that. You know? But, and then, you know, doing the whole thing, if you want to subscribe, you can go ahead, but if you don't, you know, like the whole, like, thanking the people for still stopping by. And to me, I don't know, I kind of feel like I wish more people did that. Instead of, to me, it just drives me nuts. It's a pet peeve of mine. I absolutely can't stand it. Or when people start the video and they have like some big fancy intro, it's like, we're not watching a TV show. You're taking 2.5 minutes to finally get to the point. I've taken videos of other people that I was looking for information on a game. This guy took, 32 minutes in his video. He finally got to the point of what he was trying to showcase in his video. I made a video on it, and I said, this is how you do this video. I said, hey guys, welcome to the channel. Check it out. Boom. Here's where the flower is. You go right here on your map. You see that location right there, right above the letter A. Boom, you go there, watch, boom, 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 pick up the 3 flower. 35-second video. It was done. It was done. And then the video got over like 15,000 views. I was like, holy cow. So, what was it not point? I got confused. Oh, I don't remember his name, but like I said, obviously I'm not perfect. Who's perfect, right? I'm just saying, like, for me, because I do go on and on and on and on and on and on and on forever, I try to get to the point right away, and that's why sometimes I talk really quick, because I know people, time is money. People don't want to sit down and listen to your whole life story, right? They don't. They don't give a crap about that. I'm not a vlogging channel, right? It's like, where's the shit? Where do I get that car? Where do I get that gun? Where do I get that hat? Giddy up, let's go. Then after, if I happen to ramble on for 20 minutes, I don't have to feel bad, because I already told you what you needed to know right from the get-go, rather than stretching out this long, boring-ass speech, and then at the end giving you what you need. Yeah, I think it might have been him. But some of these guys are more successful than I'll ever be. I'm not taking that away from them, so it's not a jealousy thing at all. I can give credit where credit is due. It blows my mind away that there's nobody else that seems to be able to think for themselves, if that makes any sense, in the structure as to how they do YouTube. Because there's a lot of people out there that are incredibly, incredibly successful at YouTube, and I don't look at them with jealousy. Envy, sure, because the money, but not jealousy. And I honestly do look at myself and go, okay, no offense, there's no way I can't do at least as good as that person. I don't care if they got 15 million people and I only got 2,000. There's no way that guy is 14 million and a half times better than me. There's no way. But there are other people I can admit and go, oh yeah, this guy, oh yeah, the it factor. Because some people are just good at talking. They're good at the editing. Like, they just got like that perfect balance. But they still do the same bloody thing. Okay, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, and peace. Check you out later, bros. And then when I hear that, I just want to jump out the window, because it's just so, like, are you kidding me right now? Or they get too excited. Think they called it keyhole structure. You start with your point, explain your point, and yeah, exactly. Well, there's that too. They started early. Now I'm like pushing middle-aged. I've been on YouTube for 15 years, a decade and a half. And I just started a year ago to say, hey, I'm going to start actually doing shit. Piorum knows what I'm talking about because I've known him in person, in real life, since the early 2000s. I can't imagine where I'd be today had I done what I've been doing for the past 12 months, 15 years ago. I don't even want to know where I'd be. I don't. Because it might make me cry. Because I never thought in a million years I'd be where I am today in just a year. Like, honestly. And it wasn't me trying to be, like, humble or any of that crap. I just honestly thought, like, 2,200... Oh, yeah, that'll take, like, 4, 5, 6 years. Boom, 12 months. What? And I'm not even reinventing the wheel. That's why I try to motivate people in Piorum that he should work on his YouTube channel. Because you don't even have to be good at what you're doing. You just have to be consistent. And that's what I've definitely been, is consistent. I've posted almost a bloody 1,000 videos in a year. That's absolutely insane. 1,000 videos in a year. I know people that have 10 million subscribers that have been on YouTube for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years that have like 600 videos. It's absolutely insane. But, yeah, if I would have started early, not to be cocky, I'd like to think, what, I don't know, in 15 years, maybe I could have been at 50,000 subscribers today. Maybe 50,000. I know people that hit 300,000 in 4 or 5 years. So I'm trying to be, you know. Back when I don't think I've ever had hair. Have you known me when I had hair? Or have I always been this beautiful and bald? I hate hair. I actually wish I would actually go bald so I didn't have to shave. It's so frustrating, the amount of money I spend on razors. I think when I first met you, I had hair. I used to shave it before, but I didn't like the way I looked. And I used to have a big goatee because I was incredibly fat. Like, I mean, I was, like, really fat. And I had, like, 2, 3, 4, like, it was just awful, and I was really self-conscious about it, and I used to always talk with my chin up to stretch out my neck so you couldn't tell I was fat, because, you know, when you weigh over 330 pounds, you can hide that you're fat. So that didn't work out too well, so I had a big goatee, because it took away from the chin. Now I just don't care. Well, mind you, I've lost a lot of weight too. And I just got rid of all the hair. I said, no hair, forget it. No one's supposed to know about that. Yeah, I actually have a little... It's funny. I actually have a dime saw on each side. It's almost like where the devil horns would grow. I'd actually show you if I could. I don't care. I used to be ashamed of it then. Now I honestly don't care. No, that was way more than 6 years ago. Are you kidding me? That was like... That was about 10 years ago. A solid decade. So when I was like 28 to 30... 10, 12 years ago, I started getting nice, literally right on each side. It's like the size of a dime, perfect on each side where no hair grows. It's really funny. So you know, like when you comb your hair and then you've got the back, you know how everybody's got like that little circle where your hair naturally parts or whatever? So mine was like about the size of maybe a quarter, a bit smaller, and it was like you could just tell there was like a bit of hair missing there. And then on the other side, and it was like perfectly symmetrical on each side. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna start growing devil horns. So, but I honestly didn't care what people thought. It bothered me though, like it drove me nuts. To the point where I was like, it was one of those things where I embraced it. I was like, listen, my hair's starting to thin here. Forget it. It's done. And at first I didn't like it, but now I don't think I could go back. Well, especially not now. Now I honestly couldn't. But we'll be honest. If I could grow my hair 100%, no little spots of nothing, I would probably once in a blue moon grow my hair for a bit. Once in a blue moon. Apart from that, though, I honestly do hate hair. Like, I'm actually comfortable having no hair. Oh, here's a funny joke. Someone who's actually wishing they would go bald like Dr. Phil, so I wouldn't have to shave as much. I'd only have, like, the hair on the side, not the whole thing. My bloody eyebrows are... I'm almost frickin' bald in my eyebrows. It's like the Howie Mandel look, that's right. It's like, seriously, of all the places I go bald, it's my eyebrows? Can we just not, like, take off a little bit more off of here? And about a month ago, I actually shaved my eyebrows. And, it was pretty funny, actually. Actually, let me try something real quick. Oh, boy, there we go. Is that full screen now? Boom! Like, you can tell I have eyebrows, but I used to have... Oh my god, I can. Actually, if you look at my face right now, I shaved this morning. And it's very dark. And when I was younger, actually, what's funny is my teachers used to think that my parents were beating me. Because I had a skin condition. And I had incredibly, incredibly red cheeks. Like, I mean red. And because I hit puberty really young, like 11. I had facial hair at 11, 10 or 11. The combination of the red with the dark facial hair, because I had naturally blonde hair, blonde eyebrows, so when you have dark facial hair with the red cheeks, it gave the illusion that I was all bruised in the face, and some teachers thought that my parents were abusing me. Yeah, that's because most people can grow facial hair, and most people don't go bald in the face. It is interesting. How did we go from Call of Duty to male bald patternness? But it is interesting how men go bald, how it's usually like that line. And me, I still have a lot of hair. Like, sometimes I'll have the odd person as a joke that goes, oh, looks like your hair's receding. I'm like, I have no hair. But they're like, no, when it's starting to grow in. And I'm like, well, good, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart look. I want to recede. I want the whole thing gone. I shave my head because I hate hair. Right? So. But I am being honest, though. If I could have the option, I would maybe flip-flop. Couple of months, bald. Maybe for another couple of months, you know, that standard haircut I used to have where I used to comb my hair forward and kind of spike up the front, the Caesar haircut, as they call it. Sure, I would maybe do that sometimes. But now that my hair has the two spots in the back, it would, like, my OCD would kick in. I was constantly, like, rubbing. I kept going like this because I have, like, terrible OCD. And then I just, like, dwell on it nonstop. And then, like, why do I have no hair here? And it just drives me absolutely batshit crazy. I don't care if people see it. I have to know that I have it. And it just drives me nuts. So I'll never grow my hair again. But if I could, yes, I'm admitting I probably would. I am receding in the front, but I have shaved my head for years, so that, yeah. Well, it suits you. Oh, you're going gray a bit, Purim? Oh, at least you have hair. Think about it. People that complain, oh, my hair's going gray. At least you have hair. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna have to... Oh my god, do I ever have to go? Big time. I think this is my longest stream ever. 2 hours. Call of Duty, talking about video games and console games, and then going bald, and... Yep. Pretty much. Yeah, I've never gone for trends much. I mean, sometimes I follow trends, but that's only because I legitimately like the trend that might be trending. But Piorum will know me. He knows, like, my personality type. I'm a little bit rebellious. I like to go against the grain, against what's the in thing. Like, I was shaving my head when really only neo-Nazi skinheads were shaving their heads, but I didn't care. I felt comfortable with it. It was a nice change. I wanted to try something different. I used to have really long blonde hair. Then, again, I went against the grain from guys having long hair. Boom, black hair. Oh, my God. Right? I always wanted to be a little bit different. Back when having an earring in the left ear was cool, having an earring in the right ear was being gay. So what did Phil have to do? I'm gonna put an earring in both ears. Does that make me bi? Who knows? Who cares what people think? So I always have to be a little bit different that way. Used to drive my parents crazy. But yep. Well, I mean, I wasn't too bad of a teenager. I mean, I had a weird fashion sense, but like the whole baggy pants thing back in the 90s. I used to wear baggy pants when nobody else was wearing the baggy pants, but the difference was with my baggy pants. They were actually around my waist. It didn't look like I took a crap in my pants. I wasn't constantly lifting up my shorts or my pants. They were actually where they were supposed to be, but they were a little bit like baggier because it felt more comfortable. I never liked... I am 41 years old tomorrow. Yippers. Yeah, but not a bad troublemaker. Like, I was a bad teenager, but not like bad, like violent bad. You know what I mean? It was, thanks. Boo-hoo me. And, you know, some people can relate. Sometimes you don't have the best childhood and you get a little bit rebellious. Your parents become overbearing. So you act out. They tell you not to do something, so instead you do it. Things like getting drunk when you're 8, 9 years old. So I was a troublemaker, sure, but I wasn't affecting others. Like, I wasn't harming other people. I wasn't breaking into people's homes and, you know, really psycho things like that. Yeah. What I'm hoping tomorrow, and I'm can't even talk. I'm gonna literally have to go there. I know I've been saying it for an hour, but yeah, more than likely around 3 or 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, that's good. Yeah, I have changed in a lot. There's stuff I used to say and do. Like, again, Pjorm has known me literally in person. We were neighbors for like a super long time. We've known each other about 17, 18-ish years. Anyhow, yeah, there was stuff I did. I still look back on those days and I'm like, how did I even... Like, you couldn't pay me to do some of the things I did back then. And I was doing that for free. Just really, what the heck was I thinking? And that's the problem, I wasn't. And that's why I always look at some people that are up to no good as saying, you know, that person might be like misled or whatever, they're going through something in their life and they're desperate and they're acting out. But sometimes all you need is like either the right person or just a good change in your life, and then boom. And then you look at that person and you're like, were they possessed? What happened? Did they have an exorcism, you know? But it's sad because Pjorm and I know people that have never matured. Right? Like Richard. You know who I'm talking about, obviously. Like, wow, that was just nuts. Like, I mean... And I could have potentially have done things worse than what he did. So that's not even the point. It's... He never eventually saw the light, right? So, but even when Dan... You know Dan, speaking of Dan, I swear I'm going to have my own talk show one day. YouTube. I'm going to make like a separate YouTube channel, and it's just going to be called Ranting from an Old Bald Prick. It's going to be my own David Letterman show, where I just talk about anything and everything. Because I almost enjoy doing the rants like this sometimes more than playing video games. Yeah, for real. Dan is something else. No, it's true. Well, I've had some people say, I like when you just go off record or whatever and you just talk about yourself or whatever, because then the people get to actually know who you are. But yeah, Dan is pretty sad case, actually. Dan I've known for about almost 30 years. That's a long time. We have such a huge history, Dan and I. And he's done things for me. This is like a life lesson. He's done things for me that you'd be like, wow, that's a guy you want to keep close to you. But then he was trying to sleep with all my girlfriends. And then back when I was up to no good and I was selling the marijuana, he threatened me once because I wouldn't front him a $5 piece of weed. Because I looked at him dead in the eyes and I said, I don't care if at that point, I said, I don't care if I've known you for 15 years and you're one of my best friends. This was actually before I met Pure, shortly before I met him. But this is business now. Come on, man. It's only until tomorrow. Perfect. If it's only until tomorrow, why can't you wait? Why do I gotta be the one that's gotta wait? If it's only 24 hours away from now, then you have no problems waiting. And he did not like that, and then he threatened me. I'm going to call the cops on you, and I'm going to bring you down. I was like, wow, that's something you want your friend to say? And then I forgave him. We were good friends for a while, and then he became snobby. We were both people that were on welfare at the time, doing the nightclubs, trying to sleep with all the girls we could meet, selling dope. That was our life. It was. There's no hiding it. I grew up, he didn't. And he didn't like that. And then he ended up getting a job, getting a car, and I didn't progress status-wise. I matured, but I didn't go up in status. But he did. And then all of a sudden, one day, I went to my Facebook, and I had found that he had cut ties with me. It bothered me for about 10 seconds. Then I thought back of all the times he tried to screw all my girlfriends and all that kind of stuff. I was like, I don't think he was really a good friend at all. But he did a lot of good for me. But he also equally did a lot of bad. So is that really a friend, right? So, I mean, not really. But I can still say that he's not a terrible piece of crap human being. He's just someone that needs to mature and realize there's more to life than just, trying to sleep around with as many women as you can in a week. Like it used to be a game to us. Now I'm like, what was I even ever thinking? Because I wasn't even like that when I was even younger. Like when I was in my early teens, I wasn't even like that. If I was with someone, I didn't even go telling my friends, hey, psst, you know that girl? Yeah, I was with her last night. Like, who cares? I didn't need other people's approval to make myself feel better. The fact that I was able to get a girl made me feel good enough that I didn't need the validation of other men to be like, oh yeah, that's cool, right? Whereas Dan needed that. And he needed to apparently need the challenge of trying to get my girlfriends too, so that ended that. Oh, remember Big Mark? You know who I mean by Big Mark? I still can't get over that we haven't spoken. It's been 7 years. No, about 6 years. 6 years. I haven't spoken to the guy. He got mad at me because I was moving. Yeah, that's right. Dan was doing that. And I get it. He was proud. Because for years he didn't have a car. Yeah, my friend Mark, ridiculous. This guy used to purposely buy clothes that was too big or too small because he was like a bigger guy, like taller. And then go, oh, it doesn't fit. I was like, nah, you did that on purpose. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, you bought size 38 pants. You wear like, well, maybe I wasn't a 38 then. But anyways, he was much larger, like not fat, just bigger overall. He was like 6'4". Did so much for me. Unbelievable. Like this guy. Hey, well, I still am overweight. This guy was big though. And unreal. This guy probably one of the people that's done the most for me ever as a friend. Big Mark. I could still say that to this day. Makes Dan look like nothing in terms of going out of your way. But then one day, I call him. We're talking on the phone. I tell him that I'm stuck with my pickup truck that I rented because I was moving. And I was stuck on a sheet of ice. I had put salt under the tire. I tried digging under the ice, under the wheel, to try to get a little bit of traction, trying to go into reverse, trying to rock it back and forth. And then he goes, oh, no, I could easily, I've been driving truck for, decade. He's like, if I was there, I'd get you out of there in a second. I was like, well, no offense, Mark, but it's pretty stuck. Like, it's like we're on an ice rink. Like, it's not just a matter of you just get in and in 2 seconds you're out. At this point, I had actually been trying with my dad, who I had brought with me, for over an hour and a half trying to get the truck out. And the moment I questioned his ability, even though I wasn't, like, being condescending about it, he says, well, you and your dad just don't know what the hell you're doing. I was like, okay, I'm sorry, but we're not, like, retarded. It's, I doubt you could just come here and, no offense, in 2 seconds you're out. He hung up on me. That's it. Like a 7-year friendship just down the toilet from that? Like, what the hell is that? Anyways, people are funny, is what I'm getting at. People are really funny. It could take years for them to show their colors, and then all of a sudden they just show them, and you're like, wow, who would have thought? And then you'll have someone who threatens you, bullies you when you're a kid, and then you confront them when you're bigger, and you're badder, and you're stronger, and they apologize, make no excuses for their behavior, and they still talk to you, wish you a happy birthday every year, and a Merry Christmas every year? That's screwed up. That is really screwed up. But that's how people are. They're unpredictable. Your worst enemy could end up becoming a good friend of yours, and then your best friend could turn and just be a snake in the grass. But yeah. Oh man, wow. Did we ever have some experiences? And I can't, could you imagine if we would have just live streamed or recorded like a fraction of what we did in WoW? Oh man, I don't even want to know. Could have been something. Oh, people are wild. The last one, and then I'm leaving. I'm going to hang up. I'm going to hit the button. I'm going to Aladdin, pull the plug. My best friend growing up as a kid, I knew him for about 25 years. Another person I knew for about a quarter of a century. We went to elementary school together. We went to Microplay when the very first original Zelda back in the mid-'80s came out. Like, that's how old we are. Came out, we played it, sleepovers all the time. He lived right across the street from me. His uncle and his mother lived with him. And his uncle was like a less fortunate person. He was on welfare, wasn't doing good, was dealing with a little bit of depression, and he didn't work. So he was on welfare, took care of the house, really nice guy, super, super nice. And even my friend David admitted that his uncle was super nice and did things for him and lent him a bit of money here and there and stuff like that, and shouldn't be doing it. But David, growing up in the 80s, the 90s, and early 2000s, would always put down his uncle, always called him a bum, and stuff like that, and kind of just like always did poking fun at him, and it wasn't too nice. And then I called him out on it once, and I was like, you're a real prick to your uncle. Like, he's a really nice guy. I was like, yeah, he's nice, but he's a bum. Well, I should have known years later when things didn't work out for me, and I went from running a security company, installing alarm systems, to ending up on welfare. Because I wasn't doing too good either. And then I found my friend David online on the internet, and he knew it was me. Oh, he knew it was me. I was like, hey, it's been a few years since I've seen you. How you been? I guess he saw my profile and saw that like I wasn't working and stuff like that, and I was trying to figure out my life, my situation. I was like pending and stuff. I had lost my job. I had really bad sleep apnea. All these other issues. Absolute crazy anxiety. Piorum remembers a time where we used to walk to the shopping center, and no offense, he didn't quite understand it at first because I didn't either. And just literally out of nowhere, I'd completely like hyperventilate and panic. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. So I gotta call a taxi. And he's like, what the fuck is going on here? But I started getting really bad anxiety, so I couldn't work. Anyways, my friend of 25 years that I had never once gotten into an argument with, went to elementary school together, we went to high school together, we went to karate together, we almost got our black belts in karate together. We like literally, we did everything. We were like brothers, real bros. Finds out I'm on welfare, not doing too good with my job and my health situation, but I had quit drinking, I had quit smoking, I quit drugs and all that stupid crap. Blocked me. Found his uncle 2 months later, and he says, my nephew, David, he's a piece of shit. And he says, and he's talked bad things about you in the past, and he's no good to you. And he goes, well, if you know, I've actually stood up for you. And then he said to me, he goes, I remember 30 years ago when you got in a fight with David because you actually had my back. And he goes, and I want to thank you for that, because he goes, I never did back then because I didn't want to cause like a rift or whatever. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, that too. Oh my god, I can laugh at this. Pjorm remembers... Oh man, this was bad. I can laugh, so I don't care. I was so fat and so out of shape. I would cross the street to go to Loblaws to get groceries with Pjorm. And I had to lay on people's front lawns every couple of homes because my lower back felt like it was going to snap in half because that's how fat I was. And out of shape, and all the pressure from always sitting at the computer, putting on all this weight and never really having a reason to even frickin' stand up other than go take a piss or brush my teeth, if I even bothered doing that back then. My body didn't get a chance to adjust to all that weight gain, that when I would try to walk, my back would give out. Oh, it was bad. Think, and you can laugh. I won't ban you. Watch just like 330, I think 340 was my tipping point with my clothes and everything and my shoes and all that. Some 300-something pound bald guy laying on someone's front lawn going, ah. You'd be like, do I call 911? Do I call the ambulance or the police? Like, it was pretty wild. And then when that got better, Pjorm and I used to walk for hours a day, but then it was my shins that would kill. It felt like someone was like stabbing razor blades through my shins, because the muscle in your shins, like next to the bone in your legs, wasn't able to support all that weight, but my back wasn't hurting. And then that's when I used to feel like, or he felt like, one day if I keep this up, I'm going to end up in a wheelchair. Not because I was lazy, like I did want to move, but the pain was so absolutely atrocious, I physically couldn't move my fat ass around. And World of Warcraft did that to me. But then years later, slowly but surely, I've lost about 120 pounds. I've been plateaued for a while. I've been stuck at about 225. I go from 225 to 227. But I never hit 228 or above. And for years and years and years, I mean, I couldn't even remember being under 300 pounds. But, yeah, it was pretty bad. Well, I mean, it is. It is funny. When you see some big mammoth on someone's front lawn sprawled out, but you don't understand why they're sounding like they're in agonizing pain. Because you don't know what's going on. It's like, what's going on here? You know, even I'd be sort of like, the hell's that guy doing? You know? Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, at one point we were pretty serious. For the longest time, that was a huge commitment you and I did. We used to walk about 10 kilometers a day. We'd walk along a canal there where we live. And yeah, hour and a half walk. We would just back and forth every single frickin' day. And that was at night. That didn't include the 30 or 40 minute walk him and I did during the day. But we weren't always that good, though, because sometimes during the day I was just going to walk to buy burritos and pogos and chips and chocolate bars, but at least I was walking. Whereas before, I would have all my food delivered, right? So, but anyways, I'm doing a lot better now, but I still want to lose a good, like, 30 pounds still. Before I can say I'm at a decent weight, and then if I want to, like, get ripped or shredded or something, I can, like, manage the last 10 pounds. The last 10 pounds, they always say, are the hardest, right? Because it's, your body's less forgiving. You almost have to start counting, like, your sodium intake, for crying out loud. I was bad. 2 for 1 pizza, 2 large pizzas, wings, bread, And I would eat the whole thing. I would eat the 2 large pizzas, the whole box of garlic bread, the whole box of wings, a whole 2 liter of pop. And, oh yeah. And then we wonder why the plumbing in that building wasn't doing so good. Oh, it was bad. I'm surprised I didn't die then. But the appetite I had was inhumane. Like, it was just something out of this world. But having type 2 diabetes and eating carbs, that's what high sugars does. It actually gives you the side effect that you become unnaturally extra hungry. So it's like a vicious cycle. The carbs make you hungrier, then your high blood sugars give you the false sensation that you're going hungry. I would get hunger pangs, pains in my stomach, and I would psychologically start losing my mind, and I would get all itchy and like this, all because I needed to eat. You would think I was a heroin addict, minus the fact that I was like over 300 pounds, so you knew something was going on there. Because, haha, most crack addicts and heroin addicts aren't 300 pounds, right? Because they don't eat, right? They just do drugs. So you knew there was something going on with me because I was too fat to be a heroin junkie. But I was almost acting like one if I didn't eat. And then the moment I ate, it was like sticking a syringe in your arm. It was like, psh, it completely like neutralized me. But yeah, it's my worst addiction. Food, bar none. I thought the whole sex, drugs, and rock and roll and cigarettes and all that was bad. That was nothing. Because once I committed to quitting, that was it. Because you can stay away from all those things forever, right? You don't need to be around alcohol to live. You don't need cigarettes to live. But you need food to live and survive. You need to be able to control how much of it goes in your mouth. And that's the part that can be hard. Anyways, I do gotta go. Holy hot tamale, it's almost 5 o'clock. But I'll be posting on my wall thingy there about when I'll live stream tomorrow, or just do regular uploads, and I'll probably stay on topic and play some Star Wars for probably most of the day tomorrow, if all goes well. But yeah. Sounds good. Take it easy, everyone, and I shall see you soon. Thanks. Talk to you soon.